Welcome to the Kronos Quick Hit video on the visual changes for the managers in the new user experience for the desktop home screen and the mobile app. The agenda for today will cover before view slides, comparisons from the previous versions to the new home screen, copying widgets and tabs, how to add and adjust widgets, menu comparisons, favorites, detailed menu overview, the new mobile look, and my to-dos. Before we jump into the software, I'm going to start with some of the before views because there are 3 older versions that managers could be coming from. And I want to assure you, no matter what your previous view was, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and take a look. Your previous view could be what's called the classic UI dashboard, where the menus were located on the top bar. Your view might be the standard UI dashboard, where you had one long menu list located on the left side of the screen. Or your view might be the new UI dashboard, where your menus are still on the left, but they're broken out into up to 4 menu groupings. Now, this is the current menu option, so if this is what you're currently viewing, you're one step ahead. No matter which previous view you're coming from, here's the new UI home screen that everyone is moving to. This screen offers many widgets, reports, charts, and tab options to provide you, the manager, easy access to your data. For the video, we will be looking at a comparison from the classic UI to the new UI home screen, but I assure you, the concept of moving to the new home screen is the same. Let's get into the software. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the classic UX dashboard, and on the right-hand side of the screen, the new UX dashboard. Please note the new UX is also referred to as the new user experience, new UI, or new user interface. These terms are interchangeable. Now on the classic dashboard on the left, we have start buttons, and these have menus attached to them. And we also have menus at the top to navigate the system. So basically, there's a lot of menus taking up this screen. Keep in mind, your view as a manager may look different than this setup. You may have just some of these widgets with or without the start button, or you may have your timesheet as the first screen. That's all okay. The concept is still the same. Now on the user experience homepage on the right, this screen has widgets to help you understand your data. You may have some or all of these showing in your manager view. Our manager, Martin, has open enrollment and benefit plan data. He has recruitment data, remaining time off counts, and hours totals. He can see when he gets paid again and his pay history. He can also see company announcements and even go to his time card right from the clock widget. These screens look very different, but we're going to go through some options to help you adjust some of these views that I think you're going to like. Now, we've had a lot of clients tell us that they really like and utilize many of the features from the classic dashboard, and Kronos has listened. Now, if you fall into that category, you have a couple of options. First, in the new UX, simply click Edit Tabs, and there's now an option to copy tabs from the classic UI, and you can pick and choose what widgets you want to bring over. Once you click Copy, it's going to bring that previous tab name and go ahead and create it with the widgets you've selected. Click Save. Notice we now have a main tab, same as it was named over here. When I select it, I now have my start buttons, my saved reports, and sticky notes. You can also change the size of these widgets. I can adjust the tile width or height, so we may want to make our saved reports a little wider. You can also add additional items here just by simply clicking the down arrow on the Add button. Here's where you can pull in additional reports and charts, or you can even pull in additional widgets. If you don't want them on a separate tab, you can actually pull them right onto your home screen. We're going to use the same option that we just looked at, the Add feature. We're going to go ahead and add some widgets. I'm going to go ahead and choose Start, My Saved Reports, and My Sticky Notes. And click Add, and then click Apply. This is going to add them right onto my home page. So now there's no real reason to have that additional tab unless you prefer the data separated. If I scroll down, I can see where my saved reports and sticky notes have been added. Now, if you don't like the order of these, you also have the option by going up to your Actions ellipsis and rearranging those tiles. So here you can choose in what order they will show. Since we have pulled everything in from the older classic UI, let's maximize this right section. Now, managers, if allowed, can also have access to additional tabs. Here you can have easy access to reports, charted data, or other widgets directly on these screens. The reports and charts do need to be set up first and can easily be shared. If we click on the Teams tab, for our manager Martin, we've pulled in a couple of widgets to see attendance, any missed punches, and we've also pulled in a time card report and a line graph showing some hiring trends. On the Time tab, we have some overtime hours broken out in various ways. We have it broken out by hourly employees, for all employees by job, and we've even drilled down further into that overtime to see the overtime hours by job and default location. Really a lot of useful information. One quick tip, by clicking the report name in the top left corner, that's going to take you directly into that report. So this way, you can easily get and drill down to that data. If you use your back arrow, it's going to take you right back to your home screen. On the Accruals tab, Martin can not only see how much time off each of his employees have remaining, but he can also see his own balances and request time off right from here. As you can see, there are several types of charts that can be set up, and you can mix and match reports, widgets, along with the charts to provide you the data that best formats for you. All this data, and we haven't even opened a regular menu to run a report. Speaking of menus, where did they go? Now I'm going to reduce this screen again so we can see both of them to do a comparison, the classic UI to the new UI. Now in the classic UI, the menus were listed across the top of the screen. In the new UX, the screens have been cleaned up and your menus can simply be found by going to the hamburger menu in the top left corner. Now if you're someone who likes your menus visible, you can simply pin them open by clicking on this tack in the top right corner. If you've pinned it open and you want to unpin it, just simply click it again. You can click the down arrow to log out or to open a new window. Let's go over your menus. The star is your favorites section, which is where any items previously in the start menus will be located in the new UI. As we can see, daily, weekly, reports, that's what we have here with those same options in each. They also show in the new UI if you have your start widget displayed. So these are the same as your favorites. If your company did not have the start buttons created previously, favorites can easily be set up right here by clicking on Configure Favorites, naming a category. You can create and pull in your icons and going ahead and pulling in a link. Now you can have external links. Maybe you want to do something to your company website, so that's an external URL. Or you can do an internal link, which would link you directly to one of the menu items within Kronos. If we were to add an item, we click on Set Internal Link in the next blank area. We have to enter a search criteria. Maybe we want to add something for change requests. I've added it in here. I can save it. And now if I go back to look at my home screen, underneath daily, I now have change requests right here. By adding it this way, this added to just your favorites and not everyone's favorites. And also something to note is that your company may have some standard favorites set up for all managers or employees, so you may have to see your company administrator for more information. Next is the My Info section. This is very similar to My Account from the classic UX. Now, some of the items have been moved because they group them better just to have them make more sense. So, for example, my profile, I'll find that directly underneath my account menu in the classic UI, but when I look in the new UI, I don't see it. Now, a very simple way to find it, use this search box. You can start typing in here, and the system will then bring up areas that match what you're searching. So here's my profile, so I can just click it and go to that, but also you might want to know this is telling you where that path is so that you can find it again directly on your menu. Also note, under My Info, we've now moved My Reports. So you have my saved reports as well as your other topic-specific reports located here. Lastly, you'll have the Teams menu, which will have all of the other menu options you used to have to go to several different menus in the classic view to find. They're all combined here under one nice, neat menu. These menu items will pertain to your employees that you manage or your team. I'm going to close the hamburger menu, and I did mention in the beginning that we would also see the mobile app. So if I take this screen and just drag it over, make it smaller, this is what the mobile experience will look like. You just scroll down instead of seeing everything on one page. So if your company allows you as managers to access Workforce Ready this way, you'll know immediately how to navigate the mobile screens because it looks the same as the desktop view. You have your start buttons, you have all of your tabs, you have your hamburger menu, and you can very easily access all of these items providing your company allows it. I'm going to maximize the home screen to show you the last item we're going to cover for today, and that's going to be the mailbox to-dos. For the to-do bell, many of you are probably familiar with this feature, but in the new UX, with the help of workflows, more items have been added to it. You, the managers, will now see timesheets for approval, time off requests for approval, checklist items, and more, all in one place without having to go to several areas in the system and run different reports to get your approvals done. If I wanted to take a look at this timesheet, which needs approval, I can see the employee, I can see the date range of the timesheet, I can open the timesheet, and even see the workflow status as far as what the next steps are. If I click on Approve, Reject, Time Off Request, I have those same options, but I can view their time off counts, I can modify it, open the timesheet, view other scheduled people that may be off, as well as, once again, see that workflow status so that I know who the next approver is or if this is going to be complete. I have my Reject or Approve button up here. I can select multiple ones at once to go ahead and do my approvals. Once I'm finished, click the back arrow, and I can now go back to my home screen. We hope this was helpful and look forward to seeing you in the new user experience. Thank you for watching and have a good day.